Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Dollar Dave. I am so genuinely glad you clicked on this video today because what we're going to talk about right now might just be one of the most important financial conversations you've ever had. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. For decades, we're talking generations here, there has been one story, one blueprint, one path that society handed us and said, this is how you succeed. You know the story. You study hard, you go to a 4-year college, you get a degree, you land an office job, you climb the corporate ladder, and then, somewhere around 65, you retire and finally enjoy your life. Now, if that path is working wonderfully for you, that is absolutely fantastic. I am cheering for you. But if you're watching this video right now and that path feels frustrating, if it feels like it wasn't built for you, or maybe you tried it and it left you carrying a mountain of student loan debt and still feeling uncertain, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are not broken, and you are certainly not out of options. There is actually a whole other world of financial possibility that most people walk right past without ever looking up. Here on Dollar Dave, I like to think about the workforce in two big categories. The first group I call essential builders. These are the brave, skilled, hardworking folks who keep the physical world running. Your plumbers, your electricians, your welders, your HVAC technicians, your construction managers. These are the people who, quite literally, build and maintain the infrastructure of our daily lives. They are the backbone of this country. The second group I call digital coordinators. These are your office workers, your corporate professionals, your remote employees, your project managers working behind a screen. And listen, both groups are completely necessary and absolutely valuable. This isn't about one being better than the other, not for a single second. But here's the thing, and this is the core of today's entire conversation. Right now, this very moment in American economic history, we have a beautiful, massive, and frankly, exciting opportunity opening up. Our country desperately needs more essential builders. There is a shortage happening in the skilled trades, and that shortage creates something I call the hands-on advantage. Today, we're going to unpack exactly what that means for your financial future, and I think by the end of this video, you are going to feel very, very optimistic.
All right, let's talk about something that every single person in finance and economics agrees on: supply and demand. Now, I know that phrase might sound a little textbooky, but stay with me, because when you see how it applies to your career and your income, it is genuinely exciting stuff. Here is the basic idea. When lots of people are available to do the same job, the value of that job tends to go down. Simple enough, right? Now think about the office job market. Over the last 2 decades, we have seen a massive wave of people go to college and earn business degrees, communications degrees, marketing degrees, millions of them. And that means for every open office position, there are often hundreds of applicants competing for that same seat. Companies know this, and when supply is high, they have the negotiating power, not you. On top of that, many digital and administrative tasks have become candidates for outsourcing, meaning companies can sometimes hire someone overseas to do the same work for a fraction of the cost. Now, I'm not saying office work is bad. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that the competition is real and the leverage can feel limited. Now, flip the picture completely. Imagine you're a licensed master plumber in suburban Ohio, or a certified electrician outside of Austin, Texas, or a welder with specialty certifications in structural steel. The supply of people with your exact, verified, hands-on skills, it is much, much smaller than the demand. And here is the beautiful part that no one can take away from you. Nobody can outsource fixing the pipes in a house in Columbus to someone in another country. Nobody can email an electrician to rewire a panel in a home in Nashville. The work is here. The work is physical. The work has to be done locally, by you. And when things break, and trust me, things always break, who do people call in a panic? They call the essential builder. When the power goes out on a cold winter night, when the basement is flooding at 2 in the morning, when the entire HVAC system dies right before a heat wave, you are the hero. You are the one with the skills, the tools, and the knowledge to save the day. And in that moment, you have something truly powerful: leverage. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has been consistently reporting that the skilled trades sector is facing a retirement cliff, meaning a huge wave of experienced tradespeople are retiring, and there simply aren't enough young people filling those seats. That imbalance means one thing for the workers who step into those roles: your skills are valuable, your time is precious, and you have more power than you might realize to set your own rate and write your own financial story. The hands-on advantage is real, and it is available to you right now.
Okay, this is where things get really fun. I want to walk you through two financial journeys, two different starting points. And I want to be very clear up front. Neither path makes you a better person, and neither path is an insult. They're just different financial architectures with different trade-offs. Let's look at the blueprints together. Path A, the traditional college route. Our first traveler, let's call her Sarah, graduates high school and heads off to a 4-year university. She studies hard, she works part-time, and she earns her degree. Amazing. But along the way, Sarah accumulates, let's say, $45,000 in federal student loan debt, which is actually below the national average these days. By the time Sarah graduates at 22 and lands her first real job, she has a wonderful credential in her hand, but she also has a backpack on her back, a heavy one. That backpack is her monthly student loan payment, and it is following her to every financial decision she makes. Her ability to save, her ability to invest, her ability to even feel financially free. Now, Sarah is going to be just fine. She is smart and capable, and over time she absolutely can pay down that debt and build real wealth. But her journey starts a little bit behind the starting line. Her net worth on day one is technically negative. That is a heavier lift, and it takes more time to get the compounding snowball rolling.
Path B, the hands-on advantage, apprenticeship.
Now meet our second traveler, Marcus. Marcus graduates high school, and instead of taking on debt, he enters a registered electrical apprenticeship program. In most states, these programs run 4 to 5 years, and here's the part that I want you to sit with for a moment because it is remarkable. Marcus gets paid to learn. From day one, he is earning a wage, typically starting somewhere around 40 to 50% of a journeyman's rate and growing from there as he progresses through the program. He is learning a skilled, licensed trade, gaining real-world experience, and he is walking out of that program with zero educational debt and a journeyman's license in his hand. His net worth on day one, zero or positive. That is a completely different starting line. Now, here's where the compounding magic really shines. Let's say Marcus starts at 18, begins contributing just $200 a month into a Roth IRA invested in a simple S&P 500 index fund. At a historical average return of roughly 10% annually, by the time Marcus is 65, that early start could grow to over $1.5 million, $1,500,000 from $200 a month starting at 18. Compare that to someone who doesn't start investing until 28, 10 years later, even putting in more money per month. The compounding mountain is simply smaller because time is the single most powerful ingredient in the wealth-building recipe. Starting early is the single greatest financial advantage available to any human being, and a debt-free trade apprenticeship gives you that exact gift. That head start, those years of compounding without a debt anchor dragging against you, is the hands-on advantage working at full power.
All right, let's talk about something I love to call free cash flow. In personal finance, this is the money that is left over after you've paid all your bills and obligations. It is your breathing room. It is your building material. And this is an area where skilled tradespeople have a quietly spectacular financial advantage that almost nobody talks about. Think about the income picture for a moment. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, licensed electricians earn a median wage above $60,000 a year. Master plumbers in high-demand urban markets can clear $80,000, $90,000, even over $100,000 annually. Union pipe fitters and ironworkers often earn above $70,000, with full benefits packages on top of that. These are strong, competitive wages, not some consolation prize. Now pair that income with this reality. No student loan payments. No $400, $500, or $600 a month going out the door to service educational debt.
The result is a higher free cash flow every single month compared to many college graduates at a similar age. And higher free cash flow means more money available for the three things that build wealth: saving, investing, and optionality. And here's something that I think is one of the most exciting parts of the trades conversation. After years of experience, after building your skills, your reputation, and your client base, many tradespeople have the opportunity to start their own small business. Your own plumbing company, your own electrical contracting firm, your own welding and fabrication shop. At that point, your earning potential doesn't just grow, it has no ceiling. You become the architect of your own income. I also want to gently address something that I know some people feel, and that is the question of status. There is sometimes this idea that wearing a tool belt is somehow less prestigious than wearing a suit, and I want to lovingly push back on that with every ounce of my small golden coin body. True financial status is not about your job title. True financial status is being able to pay your bills without anxiety. It's being able to take your kids on a vacation and actually enjoy it. It's being able to write a check for a car repair without feeling your stomach drop. It's having control over your own time. The plumber who owns his own business, works the hours he chooses, earns six figures, and invests consistently every month, he is winning, quietly, powerfully, and peacefully winning. And that is a life worth building.
Now, I want to share something with you that I consider one of the most important parts of today's conversation. And I share this not to worry you, but because I care about you and your long-term happiness. Working with your hands is honorable. It is deeply satisfying, skill-intensive work, but it is also physically demanding. Over a long career, your body does the heavy lifting, and that means your financial plan needs to eventually let your money do the heavy lifting instead, so you can rest with dignity and peace when you're ready. I call this the wealth transition protocol, and it is beautifully simple in concept, even though it takes consistent discipline to execute. Here is the framework. Phase 1 is the earning and investing phase. This is your active working years. You show up, you do exceptional work, you earn strong income, and you consistently invest a portion of every single paycheck. Not a big dramatic gesture, just a steady, reliable habit. Even 10 to 15% of your income invested consistently into a simple S&P 500 index fund inside a Roth IRA or your employer's 401k, month after month and year after year, begins to build something extraordinary. Let me show you the math in a simple way. If you earn $60,000 a year and you invest 15% of that, you are setting aside $9,000 per year. That is $750 a month going to work for you in the market. Over 30 years, at an average 10% annual return, that single habit could grow your portfolio to over $1.6 million. Your hands built it, your consistency grew it, and eventually that portfolio starts generating income on its own. Dividends, appreciation, compound returns, and you shift into what I call Phase 2. Phase 2 is the transition phase. You are still working, still earning, but gradually stepping back. Maybe you take on fewer jobs. Maybe you move into a supervisory or inspection role. Maybe you start mentoring younger tradespeople in your craft. Your portfolio is now large enough that it is contributing meaningfully to your financial life, even while you sleep. The money is working, you are resting more, your body is thanking you. And Phase 3 is financial peace. Your investments are generating income, your home may be paid off, your children are launched, and you have the beautiful, hard-earned gift of time to travel, to garden, to sit on the porch, to do whatever brings your soul alive. You converted your hands-on effort into passive, peaceful wealth. That is the wealth transition protocol, and it is absolutely available to you. The S&P 500 has, over its history, rewarded patient, consistent investors with an average annual return of around 10%. It has gone through crashes and corrections, 2008, 2020, and it has come back every single time, stronger than before. When you invest in a broad index fund, you are not betting on one company. You are betting on the entire American economy. And if you believe, as I do, that America keeps building things, keeps innovating, and keeps growing, then that is a very good bet to make. Okay, I know we've covered a lot of ground today, and I want to make sure you walk away from this video with something truly useful. Not just inspiration, but a concrete, actionable starting point. Because here at Dollar Dave, we don't just talk about wealth, we build it, step by step, brick by brick. So let me give you your very own 90-day hands-on advantage action blueprint. Think of this as the foundation pour. In any great construction project, you don't start by hanging the drywall. You start by pouring a solid concrete foundation. These first 90 days are your foundation pour, and once it's set, everything else you build on top of it will be stable, strong, and lasting. Days 1 through 30. Explore and research. Your first month is all about information gathering. No pressure to commit to anything yet. Just open your eyes to what is available. Start by visiting the U.S. Department of Labor's apprenticeship website at apprenticeship.gov. It is a completely free resource, and it lists registered apprenticeship programs by trade and by state. You might be amazed by how many opportunities are right in your own backyard. Next, I want you to look into your local union halls. Electricians, plumbers, pipe fitters, iron workers, sheet metal workers. Many of these trades have union apprenticeship programs with outstanding pay scales, full health insurance, and pension contributions built right in. You are not just getting a job. You are getting a career architecture with benefits most office workers would envy. Also during this first month, I want you to spend just 1 hour opening a Roth IRA. You can do this at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. All three are excellent, free to open, and beginner-friendly. You do not need to deposit a single dollar yet. Just open the account, get it set up, have it waiting and ready. That 1 hour of action is a genuinely powerful financial move. Days 31 through 60, connect and apply. Month 2 is about making contact with the real world. Reach out to 2 or 3 apprenticeship programs you researched in month 1. Attend an information session if they offer one. Ask questions, shake hands, or at least send a thoughtful email. The people who run these programs want to meet candidates who are serious and engaged, and showing up with genuine curiosity already puts you ahead of the crowd. Also during this month, I want you to find someone already working in the trade you are most interested in and have a conversation with them. Ask them what they love about the work. Ask them what they wish they had known sooner. Ask them what a typical Tuesday looks like. Real information from real people is worth 1,000 YouTube videos, including this one. Go get it. Days 61 through 90, commit and launch. Month 3 is about planting your flag. Submit your applications. If you already have a job and you are exploring a long-term transition, that is perfectly fine. Start building your financial foundation right now wherever you stand. Make your first contribution to that Roth IRA, even if it is just $50. Set up an automatic monthly transfer so that investing becomes a habit, not a decision. Automate it, and then let the compounding snowball begin to roll. And here's something I want you to remember on the days when the process feels slow or uncertain. Every master electrician started as an apprentice who didn't know what they were doing. Every successful plumbing business owner started with their very first service call. Every millionaire investor started with their very first contribution. The distance between where you are and where you want to be is bridged entirely by consistent, patient forward motion. You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to keep going. 90 days from now, you could have a Roth IRA open and funded, an apprenticeship application submitted, and a real conversation under your belt with someone already living the life you are building toward. That is not a small thing. That is a foundation. And foundations, as any great builder will tell you, are everything. All right, friend, let's bring it all home together. We live in a genuinely remarkable moment in economic history. The skilled trades are undersupplied. The demand for essential builders has never been higher. And the window of financial opportunity that creates for people willing to learn, willing to show up, willing to build something real with their hands is wide open right now. Whether you are 18 years old and figuring out your path for the very first time, or whether you're 35 and thinking about a career change that could transform your financial life, the hands-on advantage is available to you. You can earn well, you can invest early, you can build your wealth steadily and patiently through the miracle of compounding interest, and you can eventually transition that hard physical effort into peaceful, passive financial freedom. And I want to leave you with this.
Your worth is not defined by your job title. Your worth is not defined by whether you wear a suit or a hard hat. Your worth is defined by the financial peace you are intentionally building for yourself and for the people you love. Every dollar you invest is a tiny teammate working for you while you sleep. Every skill you develop is a brick in your financial foundation, and every day you choose to show up, learn, and grow, you are building something that cannot be taken from you. I'm Dollar Dave, and I am so proud of you for being here today. Now, let's go build your financial foundation together. See you in the next one.